Throughout history, the world has witnessed the rise and fall of powerful rulers who left a dark legacy behind. Today, we delve into the lives of 9 of the cruelest rulers in history, whose actions have shaped the course of civilizations and inflicted immeasurable suffering on their subjects. Number 1. Genghis Khan. Throughout history, the world has witnessed the rise and fall of powerful rulers who left a dark legacy behind. Today, we delve into the lives of 10 of the cruelest rulers in history, whose actions have shaped the course of civilizations and inflicted immeasurable suffering on their subjects. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was the founder and first great Khan of the Mongol Empire, which became the largest contiguous empire in history. His rule, from 1206 to 1227, was marked by brutal military campaigns and conquests across Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. He was known for his merciless tactics, including the total destruction of cities and the massacre of entire populations. Genghis Khan's empire building resulted in the deaths of millions, making him one of history's most brutal conquerors. Number 2. Vlad the Impaler. Next, we encounter Vlad the Impaler, the infamous ruler of Wallachia. His preferred method of punishment was impalement, a gruesome act that struck fear into the hearts of his enemies and subjects alike. Vlad's sadistic nature earned him the name Dracula, and inspired the classic vampire tale. Vlad III, also known as Vlad the Impaler, was a ruler of Wallachia in the 15th century. He gained notoriety for his cruel and sadistic methods of punishment, most notably impalement. He used impalement as a means of instilling fear and deterring his enemies. The Ottomans and other adversaries considered Vlad's reign to be one of terror and horror. His actions inspired the legend of Dracula. Number 3. Ivan the Terrible. Ivan the Terrible, the Tsar of Russia, ruled with paranoia and cruelty. His reign was marked by widespread torture and executions, earning him the infamous title of Ivan the Terrible. His cruelty was felt even within his own family, as he reportedly murdered his own son in a fit of rage. Ivan IV, also known as Ivan the Terrible, was the first Tsar of Russia, ruling from 1547 to 1584. While initially praised for consolidating power and expanding the Russian territories, his later years were marked by paranoia and cruelty. Ivan conducted purges and executed thousands of nobles, leading to widespread fear and repression. He even killed his own son and heir in a fit of rage, leaving a dark legacy in Russian history. Number 4. King Leopold II of Belgium. King Leopold II of Belgium's rule over the Congo Free State was a horrifying chapter in history. Under his command, millions of Congolese were subjected to forced labor, mutilation, and mass killings in pursuit of rubber and other resources. King Leopold II of Belgium ruled from 1865 to 1909. His most brutal period was during his exploitation of the Congo Free State, a vast territory in Africa that he personally owned. Under his rule, the Congolese people were subjected to forced labor, extreme cruelty, and mass killings in the quest for ivory, rubber, and other natural resources. Estimates suggest that millions. Number 5. Pol Pot. Pol Pot, the leader of the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, orchestrated one of the most brutal genocides in history. During his rule, nearly 2 million Cambodians died from execution, starvation, and forced labor. In an attempt to create a radical agrarian society, Pol Pot was the leader of the Khmer Rouge, a communist regime that ruled Cambodia from 1975 to 1979. His reign is synonymous with the Cambodian genocide, where an estimated 2 million people died due to executions, forced labor, and starvation. Pol Pot aimed to create an agrarian utopia, leading to mass displacement and suffering for the Cambodian population. Number 6. Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin's reign as the leader of the Soviet Union was marked by terror and repression. Millions fell victim to his purges, forced labor camps, and artificial famines, such as the infamous Holodomor in Ukraine. Joseph Stalin was the leader of the Soviet Union from 1922 until his death in 1953. His rule was marked by authoritarianism, purges, and forced collectivization. Stalin's policies led to the deaths of millions through executions, labor camps, and the infamous Ukrainian famine known as the Holodomor. He was responsible for creating a climate of fear and paranoia, where even perceived dissenters faced severe consequences. 7. Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler, the Chancellor of Germany, unleashed a reign of terror during World War II. His policies led to the Holocaust, where 6 million Jews, along with millions of other minorities, were systematically exterminated in concentration camps. Adolf Hitler, the Chancellor of Germany from 1933 to 1945, was the mastermind behind the Holocaust, the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews and millions of other minorities during World War II. Hitler's Nazi regime was responsible for the most heinous crimes against humanity, including mass shootings, gas chambers, and forced labor camps. Number 8. Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein, the former president of Iraq, was notorious for his brutality towards his own people. He ruthlessly suppressed any opposition, leading to the deaths of thousands of Iraqis and the use of chemical weapons against Kurdish civilians. Saddam Hussein served as the president of Iraq from 1979 to 2003. His rule was characterized by brutal repression, human rights abuses, and political purges. He initiated wars against Iran and Kuwait, resulting in hundreds of thousands of deaths. Saddam's regime used chemical weapons against Kurdish civilians and crushed internal opposition with extreme brutality. Number 9. Emperor Nero. Finally, we encounter Emperor Nero, a Roman ruler infamous for his cruelty and extravagance. He was responsible for the persecution of Christians, including the Great Fire of Rome, which he allegedly started and then blamed on the Christians. Nero was the fifth Roman emperor, ruling from 54 to 68 AD. His rule was marked by extravagance, political intrigue, and persecution of Christians. He is famously associated with the Great Fire of Rome, which he allegedly started and then blamed on the Christians. Nero's cruel and self-indulgent actions led to his eventual downfall and a dark legacy in Roman history. As we conclude our journey through history, we are reminded of the dark depths that power-hungry rulers can sink to when left unchecked. Their legacies serve as cautionary tales of the consequences of unchecked cruelty and tyranny. It is essential to remember these lessons from history to ensure a brighter and more compassionate future for all. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Remember to like this video and share it with others who share your passion for history. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and continue to explore the fascinating annals of the